time there's a new iOS update, we hear that battery life was affected. And currently with iOS 16 is not different. So here are a few tips for you to make it last longer. Note that you don't need to disable all of these features, but I want you to pick and choose the ones that you don't mind using, for example, because all of them are responsible for draining more battery. So before we get started, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this type of content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Set App is an incredible cross-platform suite which gives you access to over 200 iOS and macOS applications without any additional cost. You only need to pay for your subscription and choose the apps that you would like to use. Now, a great benefit is that you can start a free trial when you use my affiliate link listed down below in the description. So starting off, animated wallpapers. As the name already suggests, these wallpapers are not static like this image that I have right now. Therefore, they will require more power than regular static images. The weather wallpaper, for example, I'm going to show it to you right now. This one looks amazing, but it does drain more battery. So I have been using the other one that I just showed you. So if you want to save battery, make sure to choose a wallpaper with a static image. Something else that unfortunately drains battery life is the always-on display feature on the iPhones 14 Pro and Pro Max, the one that I am currently using. Again, make sure to only disable the features that you don't care about. I am satisfied with the always-on display, so I'll leave it on. But to disable it, make sure you go to Settings. So let me unlock my iPhone, press on Display and Brightness, go down, and disable always on. So now if I lock my screen, you will see that the always on display feature is disabled. As I mentioned, I do like the feature, so I will leave it on, but yes, it does drain battery life. Number 3 is still related to the lock screen. The widgets. They're constantly updating in the background and they are, of course, visible on your lock screen, especially if you're using the always on display. So if you want to save extra battery life, make sure to switch to a new lock screen with no widgets. So let's start and create a new lock screen. Make sure to press on the plus sign right here. Choose an image that you would like to use. I'm gonna choose this one. And right here on this section to add widgets, just simply don't add any. I'm gonna add this, set as wallpaper pair, and there you have it, a lock screen with no widgets. Now, another new iOS 16 feature that unfortunately does drain battery life is live activities. Basically, you can track your Uber ride, your timer, sports game, and a lot more right from the lock screen or dynamic island. So I'm gonna start a new timer right here to show you. As you can see, it goes automatically to the dynamic island. And if I lock my iPhone, the timer still shows up right here. I do believe that this feature is pretty cool in my opinion, but again, it's up to you to decide if you want to use it or not. To disable it, make sure you go to Settings, press on Face ID and Passcode. Right here, you have to put your passcode, go down and disable live activities. Another feature that you can disable to save battery life is the haptic keyboard feedback. When this is enabled, your iPhone vibrates when you're typing, which can be very satisfying. But to disable it, make sure you go to Settings, Sounds and Haptics. Make sure you press on Keyboard Feedback and disable Haptic. Now, you probably already know that receiving a lot of notifications is not great for battery life, right? Every time you receive a new one, your display wakes up again and in turn, drains battery life. So instead of disabling them altogether, you can set up focus modes and use them in specific times throughout the day to limit the amount of notifications that you receive. For example, right now I'm using the recording focus mode, so I don't get any notifications if this focus is enabled. And you can do the same thing. You can create a focus mode for when you're working out, sleeping, driving, studying, working, etc. To create a new focus mode, make sure to access the control center, press and hold on the focus, and press right here on the plus sign to create a new focus. Here you can choose between one of these options or customize one. Add a name. I'm gonna put studying. Choose the color that you prefer. Press on next. Customize. And right here, you will decide if you want to choose people or applications to send you notifications. If you want to disable all of the notifications, simply leave it the way it is at the moment. And right now, every time that you enable the studying focus mode, you will not receive any notifications. And last but not least, the iCloud shared photo library can also drain more battery life from your iPhone. This new feature allows you to share a photo library with 5 other people, and everyone can upload, edit, and delete photos. So when this feature is enabled, photos can start to be synced to your iPhone at random times during the day, which can drain more battery. So if you want to disable the iCloud shared photo library, make sure you go to settings, press on your name, make sure you press on iCloud, photos, and right here, shared library. As you can see, I'm not using this feature at the moment, but if you are using it and if you don't really care about it, you can simply disable it. And again, I highly recommend you only disable the features that you don't use or don't like. Don't turn everything off. Also, this video was focused on iOS 16, but I do have another video here on the channel in which I list other settings that you can change to improve battery life. So make sure to watch it as well in case you haven't seen it yet. And these are a few tips for you to have better battery life on your iPhone running iOS 16. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.